Hey everyone, I'm Cricket. I'm getting ready to make some chicken and dumplings because it's finally nice and chilly down in Texas. And also, I'm going to talk about the Wheel of Fortune card. Like, there have been vehicle issues and schedule changes, and nobody knows what's going on with the channel right now and how it's all going to work out. So I wanted to put out another video, that way we don't get really far behind in this process. But also I need to keep myself busy because I get real nervous doing it all by myself. So we're going to talk about the Wheel of Fortune card. It's a confusing card. There's so much imagery on it. I didn't know what any of it meant, so I kind of focused on that pretty heavily. But when you do get it, it's reminding you that life is a wheel. It just keeps on turning. It's not linear. It's spiral. If you don't learn your lesson, it's going to keep coming back around. What else? I'm looking at my notes. I lost myself. But that's okay. The core meaning of the card is turning points and karma and fate and destiny and uncontrollable changes. And as I was looking up the information on it, it really it gave me Tower card vibes, except for like the scary burning tower. So do with that information what you will. It represents like the larger forces in life, like things beyond us. So the imagery, okay? You've got the alchemical wheel in the middle. Above it, on the wheel, I thought it just said tarot, which it does, but it also says rota, R-O-T-A, which is Latin for wheel, O-R-A-T, which is speaks, and Torah for sacred law. I thought that was really cool. I never got all of that out of it. So that's neat. It's got the Sphinx on top of it, and it's kind of like divine order above the chaos. It's the idea that things are not meant to be understood by us all the time. Some things are just for timing to know. That divine timing. We're not friends. We're trying to be friends, but we're not friends yet. We're working on it, but that's what it represents. Yeah, some things just aren't meant to be known by you right now. You got the serpent, which represents the Egyptian god Typhon, chaos. And that's the descent, the falling cycles, life's downward motion, the part of the cycle where we feel things are slipping out of our control. And it's not evil or bad, like it's a necessary downward swing, because that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that phrase has been repeating in my head for like the last 2 weeks. But that coming up, you've got Anubis, and that's your rising cycle and your self-mastery, the climb back up, the knowledge that you learned in that downward cycle. And when you put them both together, it's just really reminding you the rise and fall, and it's all just a natural cycle. And don't be so hard on yourself when it is that downward swing, which I have a tendency to do sometimes. You feel stuck, nothing's going anywhere, you're in a funk, you're in a rut. Like, if you can remind yourself that's a natural downward cycle, maybe it'll help. Maybe not, but maybe it will. You've got, I'm not getting anything done. You got the 4 winged creatures in the corners. There's an angel, which represents air and Aquarius. An eagle, which represents water and Scorpio. I don't know. Okay. the lion, which is fire and Leo, and the bull, which is earth and Taurus. So that's the 4 elements and the fixed signs of the zodiac. They represent stability through change, the 4 elements. And the idea that the wheel is spinning, again, something remains still and is watching. And the reason they're reading the book is because, again, if you don't learn, you're going to keep repeating the same cycles over and over again. And the book represents external knowledge. It's like the spiritual manual behind your experiences. The clouds represent being in a liminal space, the space between the old and the new, what you haven't yet let go of, and what you still have yet to grab hold of. So if you get it in, I'm holding a cigarette. If you get it in a general reading, it's just letting you know there's a major shift coming. It could either be external, it could be through events, or internal through your perspective and changes going on inside of you. But expect motion. If it's a love reading, maybe the relationship dynamics are changing, or fate is bringing someone in or out of your life. A karmic partner could be appearing. You're repeating cycles and you need to maybe change your role. It is, am I responding the same way that I always do? And that's the definition of insanity, making the same decision over and over again, expecting a different result. So if things are feeling a little stagnant, maybe make different choices. That's what I tell my daughter. Your life is a choice, baby. If you don't like the way it's going, make different choices. If it's in career, it's a new opportunity. There's going to be a rapid change in direction. You might be getting a promotion. It's a moment where timing is more important than effort. And I always wondered why people called it the entrepreneur card, but it is a very good card for entrepreneurs and people stepping into something new and trying new things. So if you have an idea, or you're thinking of starting something new, or have a bright opportunity being presented to you and you pull this card, it's definitely worth taking a look at. In a spiritual reading, it means a karmic cycle is completing. You're entering into a destined chapter. It also said something about synchronicities will increase. And so now, and that you're kind of coming into alignment. So the next time I get this in a reading, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the synchronicities and see if there are more of them at that point. That would be cool. We'll see. If you get the card in reverse, it doesn't matter what reading. You're feeling stuck. It's bad timing. Repeating patterns, resisting change. And again, there's a lesson you need to learn so the cycle can stop cycling, right? When it comes up, just ask yourself, like, where do I see in my life something that's just begging for movement, that needs change? Or is there something I'm holding on too tightly to that I need to kind of loosen my grip on and let go? Because let's face it, we all kind of tend to at times hold on to things we've got no business holding on to. And we do. I personally, like, ooh, I wish this would change and that would change, and oh, I'm different, right? That's what manifestation is. Like, I'm trying to manifest something different. But then things start changing, and our fear of change, our fear of the unknown, it makes us kind of scared. So we get resistant, or we stall, or we get analysis paralysis, right? And so we're not able to step into that change or watch it come into fruition because of our own fears. So we have to really try to find a way to not let that happen, and to surrender and step into the new and the different. And like, if we're working so hard to heal and grow and learn and change our frequency and our vibration, we need to remember that the things that are going to be coming in for us, they're not going to be the same things. They're going to be new things if we're learning those lessons, right? So they are going to be things that are unfamiliar to us because we're now in a new frequency. So we have to be okay with the different coming in because it's matching our current frequency, not our old frequency. So we have to be open for change, and we have to find that courage. I like doing this video by myself, you know, and just do it. Not a slogan for something, but like, the Wheel of Fortune card kind of reminds us that destiny moves when we do. Those cycles keep coming. Are we going to step into a new cycle? New experiences, new opportunities, new chances for growth, and who knows what, right? Because it's new. Or are we going to hold on to the old and not learn our lessons and just keep repeating the same cycles over and over again? Dating the same guy over and over. Having the same crappy job over and over. Like, whatever it is that we're not learning and growing through. The decision is yours. Stagnancy or growth. Sitting in a rut or movement, right? So that's it. That's the Wheel of Fortune in a rather large nutshell. And I hope it helped. Don't know what I'm doing next. Don't know who I'm doing it with. But we'll find out. Stepping into something new. Bye.